Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting moment. This time we'll be looking at friction. We're looking at what I have on the board here. It said is a static friction is the maximum force which must be overcome before an object can just start to move over another. That is the static frictional force. Static friction. The static friction is that force which must be overcome. So if a body must move over another, that body must have enough force to overcome the frictional force. The frictional force, that is the static frictional force, to make it to just move. All right, and then we have another one, the coefficient of static friction. So coefficient of static friction is the ratio of the limiting frictional force to the normal reaction. And to get the coefficient of static friction is force over what? Normal reaction. F stands for force, limiting frictional force, and R stands for what? Normal reaction. And the rho stands for coefficient of static friction. So experimentally, if you want to find the coefficient of friction, we can do that by using an inclined plane. You can do that by using what? An inclined plane. Using an inclined plane of this nature. So using an inclined plane of this nature, this is just a sketch of what it's like. So, and then if you start by placing the plane on a horizontal surface, and then the object of a known mass must be used. So as you lift the object up slightly, as you're lifting it gradually, you notice that the object will just be about to slip down. The moment it's about to slip from the plane, you stop at that point and measure the angle of inclination there. So this angle of inclination will be measured. Now, at that point, that is the point of that the object is about to slip down. You can stop there and take your reading. That means from that, we have the friction, which is trying to oppose the motion going up, and this force that is opposing the motion is the vertical component of this force is the same thing as the weight sine theta, and then the normal reaction, which is coming downward now on this plane, we find out to be what? Equal to weight cos theta. So in this case, since we know that coefficient is force over normal reaction, then we can as well substitute for that. This is force. Force is something as sine theta over what? Weight cos theta. That is how we can get it. So whatever you have here now, if we do the calculation effectively, you notice that this will cancel out, and this cancel out will have is equal to tan what? Theta. So this will give us the what? This is equal to the coefficient of static friction. We are going to try some example questions based on this, so to know how we can actually do the calculation in it. So we are going to use this question to really appreciate what we have done so far. And here we have So here we have said that the body of a mass, a body of mass 10 kg rests on an inclined plane. The normal reaction is R. The limiting frictional force is F, as shown from our diagram. You notice that say that friction, the F, the limiting frictional force is 60 Newton, and the acceleration due to gravity is 10. So then calculate the angle of inclination. The angle of inclination, we can do that. We have our mass to be what? Equal to 10 kg, 10 kg, and our force is equal to 60 Newton, and now we know that from what we have done so far, we know that weight sine theta over weight cos theta will give us this. But that's not where we are going to now, because what we want to find out is we want to get this angle of inclination. But then because we are looking for that, F is also equal to that, F is equal to this, and R is equal to that. So because we are given the frictional force, the limiting frictional force, which means we can work with this alone. In order to get the theta, because the theta, the cos theta and this, they are all the same. They are likely to be the same thing. All of them are the same. So since we are giving one the frictional force, we can just make do with this. So in this case now, we know that the frictional force our weight now is 10 times 10. We have 100 Newton. Then we have it 100 Newton from our equation here. We have 100 Newton sine theta is equal to this one, 60 Newton. So to find the theta, that means 100 will divide 60. This will give us that will be equal to 0.6. So getting the inverse or arc of this, we will have that will give us, perhaps we can also use calculator to do this. It will give us equal to, the theta will then be 36.9 degree. That's the theta. All right, thank you so much for your time, and we want to hear from you in the comment section. I want you to subscribe if you have not, and then you like and share. Thank you so much.